How are you going, guys? In this one I'm going to be replacing the Screaming Eagle Extreme Flow air cleaner for the Screaming Eagle Ventilator air cleaner on my Softail street bbÄB. And there's a couple of reasons why I've decided to swap this one for the Ventilator air cleaner. The number one reason being the Ventilator air cleaner sits a fair bit closer to your engine. So if you run forward controls like I do on my Softail street bbÄB, you'll find that most aftermarket air cleaners stick out a fair bit. So your leg positioning rests on the air cleaner when you got your foot placed on the forward controls. So that's quite annoying. Another reason being I prefer the look of the Ventilator air cleaner. It sits a fair bit closer to your engine and it doesn't appear to get as dirty as these ones do. So the air filter element on this is quite open and it sticks out a fair bit. So it attracts a lot of dust and bugs, and I find that it gets dirty really quickly. So you're probably thinking, well, why didn't you just put the Ventilator air cleaner on your bike before buying that one? And the simple reason is because I'm an idiot. I actually didn't even know the Ventilator air cleaner was on the market, so that's the simple reason. But moving on, let's swap this one out for the Ventilator air cleaner. Alrighty, so the first thing to do is to install the gasket on the backing plate. And this backing plate is a bit different to the Screaming Eagle Extreme Flow air cleaner, as the other one you installed rubber seals there. The next thing to do is to put the backing plate on the manifold, and I'm just going to apply some Loctite to the bolts. So when you put these three bolts in, you want to keep it a little bit loose so you can align your breather bolts. Alrighty, you don't want to over tighten them. Next thing to do is to apply the breather tubes. Next thing to install is the cover. Alright guys, so that's the Screaming Eagle Ventilator air cleaner kit installed, and I gotta say I much prefer the look of this one. I don't know if it's going to perform any better than the previous one, and I'm tipping that it's probably going to perform a little worse, just because it's not as big and there's not as much air filter element exposed as the previous one. But in saying that, this one will be a fair bit easier to keep clean. Another thing that I particularly like with this one is with the forward controls that I'm running on my Softail street bbÄB, when I got my feet planted, my leg doesn't touch that air cleaner at all, which it did with the previous one, and that was fairly annoying. But I gotta say, overall I'm fairly happy, and yes, I wouldn't have had to have bought two air cleaners if I just bought this one to begin with, but live and learn. I should probably change my name to the Indecisive Man instead of the Gingerbeard Man, just because I'm constantly changing my mind and switching things up. And another thing that I'll have to do now that I've got this air cleaner on my bike is take this back to the dealership and get it retuned just so the mapping matches that air cleaner. But overall, I'm really happy with this. Let me know in the comments what you think. But that's going to do it for this one. And as always, thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.